back. We're back in action. And Lucy. Hi, Lucy. So I just wanted to give you some information because everything's crazy, and I just wanted to kind of give you some just things that I've been getting, and we'll see also when I start talking about it. Sometimes things come up as well, so we'll see what comes up as we go. But so basically, let's start with Nancy Pelosi, because I've been so annoyed with her. And I know a lot of people are annoyed with her. And so I was just thinking, what is going on with her? So what I have to tell you is when me, I'm getting annoyed with her. When I tune into her, it's completely different. It's like split personality. It's completely different. She, first of all, you need to know she's not worried. She's not worried at all. At all. She is sure this is going to be fine. She's sure he's going to be held accountable. She's completely sure of herself and sure of the process, and she's not worried. That's all I can tell you. She, whenever I tune into her, though, I have to say she's always like, I think I've said this like a couple of times, that she's like military. It feels military-ish. And what I can tell you is that she has a plan. She has an idea. She needs to build up, and it even like came out like build up troops. She feels like she needs to ride in on a wave. She doesn't want to lead it, because she knows that just her name it riles up, the base. So she needs she needs to look like she's being pushed. That's the thing. She has a plan, and when I tune into her, it's like little step, little step, little step. Like she's just marching forward. The other thing that I keep hearing, that I don't know if she's actually said or if it's something that she thinks or just like in her career, but she is not going to fight something she can't win. That's one thing. She also she's not going to fight something she can't win, and she's also she knows that once this starts, you can't back it up. So when it starts, she's going like full steam ahead, and all the pieces need to be in place. She has complete faith in the system. There's something, I have to say, there is something she's waiting for. There's a piece of information, something that she suspects or knows, or they suspect or know, that's going to come out. I even think it may come out before the end of the month, but she feels like it's going to rile people up, and so she won't have a choice. It'll be like, oh, I have to. I'm sorry, everybody wants me to, so I'm just going to have to. But it's that kind of thing, and I got this vision of her right before this ended, when I was looking at her, and it was of, like in the Civil War or other like early battles, when I don't even know what they're called, the general or the colonel or whatever would be in the front, and the troops would be behind them, and they would put up their hand and then say to charge, and the troops would have to wait until that, no matter how close the enemy was getting, they had to wait for that. That's what I saw. It was like a signal. So this is gonna go forward at some point, but I feel like once it goes forward, it goes forward. I mean, it's it's pretty fast. Now on the other side, I was looking at Trump as well, because he seems so confident and obnoxious, and whenever I see him with Barr, I'm just like, ugh, it's just so yuck. And he's nervous. He's really, really worried. In fact, he's very, like, getting more paranoid. He's wanting to get rid of people. Maybe he's going to get rid of someone else, but I feel like he keeps wanting to move things around and get rid of people, and He's suspicious of people now that he wasn't before or something. It's really weird. So he's very like on edge, even though you think, well, he's got Barr in place and everything, and he's really worried. He's really nervous. And you counter that with Nancy Pelosi, who's just like, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's really strange, but that's what I'm seeing. So that's what I'm seeing. The other thing is about to switch cycles. Let's go to the Roe v. Wade thing. This I feel like, and I have seen that what they're doing right now is a mistake. It's gonna have a big blowback. The Supreme Court, I don't see them like even ruling on it or something. It's like they refuse to, or they bounce it back to another court or something, but it doesn't feel like they actually rule on it. And it's so funny, every time I look at the Supreme Court, I always see that Roberts cannot stand Kavanaugh. I know I've said that before, but it's so funny because he feels like he's like a blot on the Supreme Court, that he's going to hurt the history of the Supreme Court. And John Roberts, I know that they think he's a sure thing as far as his vote, and he's not. He's very, unlike a lot of the conservative people, people in the government that are, really conservative. He's very aware of like his place in history and what that's going to mean. So he's concerned about that, and so he looks at things a little bit differently than you would think. And so I don't think he is a sure thing. I think they think he is. He's not. So then switching over to, so that's going to be okay, but I also said before, I see a woman and either an organizing or organization that's going to stop this. And what I see is a woman and just a ton of people behind her. So I don't know if it's it could be the protest, could be an organization. Something stops this. So that's that. Okay. So then going on to McGahn. So he didn't show up to his, and it's funny. I can see negotiations going back and forth by like phone, email, going back and forth that we're not seeing between Mueller and the House members and McGahn and the House members. It's going back and forth. And the thing about McGahn is that I would put him in the camp of the Rosenstein camp, where he still has a core conscience, but he's a coward. And I also see money flowing to him. There's money flowing to him somehow. I don't think it's like, and when I say money flowing, I don't mean like they're saying, here's $1 million, don't testify. But there's some way that he's getting money that if he testifies, it could jeopardize that, or it could hurt that relationship or something. But there's like money flowing to him. I'll tell you the exact like vision that I'm seeing, so you can tell me what you think. But he's in very tall grass, and he's making his way through the grass, and from above, money is just falling and falling, and he's catching it, but it stops. So that's what I'm saying, is that he's got money flowing, and he's afraid it's going to stop. That's what I think it is. You can let me know what you think. The other thing with Mueller, I feel like, I know, like we're seeing reports on the news. I feel like he does want to testify. What he doesn't like and what he doesn't want is the show. He doesn't like drama. He doesn't like, and he doesn't like being in the spotlight. He doesn't like that. He doesn't like the circus of it. He's trying to negotiate testifying behind closed doors, but the Democrats really want it to be out in the open so that people can hear it and hear it from him. They think it's very important. I have seen him testifying, so I think eventually he will. But he's not hesitant because he doesn't want to tell the truth, or because he doesn't want to tell what's going on, or he's not angry about it. It's this circus atmosphere, being part of the drama. He just doesn't like that. It's just not his style. So that's that. But I do see him testifying, and I see him again testifying too, I have to tell you. Let's look at Iran real quick. Iran, I don't see a war breaking out. There might be like a skirmish or something that is a little bit scary, but the big thing about this is that I don't see Trump as wanting to go to war. He thinks that this was, he thinks it would be a mistake, that his base would not like it, and he thinks that it ruined George W. Bush's presidency. So, you know, of course he doesn't care about human life or anything like that, but he thinks it would ruin his presidency. That's what he thinks. And I think part of it is like he likes the military and the grandness of it, but I think part of it is like he doesn't understand a lot of this stuff, so he just wants to like just stay out of it, or have those little, you know, things with like Kim Jong-un and stuff that he has, those little, you know, back and forth. He doesn't mind that kind of stuff because he understands it. It's something he does all the time. He bullies people all the time, but the bigness of it, he doesn't understand. And so he just, because he's an egomaniac and he can't be know-it-all, he just wants to back away from it. So that's what I'm getting with Iran. The other thing I want to tell you is that when I woke up a couple of mornings ago, I had gone to bed and was worried, nervous, you know, like everybody. And I woke up with this vision of, do you know the 1970s game? At least it was in the 70s. It could be from the 50s or something. It's called Kerplunk. And it's a clear cylinder, plastic, open on both ends. There's a tray at the bottom. And all through the cylinder, there's little holes. And you take these little plastic sticks and you poke them through so that they go in one end and come out the other. So they're kind of in the middle. You put a bunch of sticks and it makes like a net right in the middle of the cylinder. And then at the top you pour in marbles. And then the game is, it's kind of like Jenga, where you pull out a stick and see if marbles fall, and you try to get no marbles to fall, and if they fall, then you lose, or what. I don't remember what the end game was, but basically, you pull one out and everything just falls. I saw that, and I took it to mean, and you can weigh in on this, but I took it to mean that this is the beginning of the end. Everything that comes out from now on is going to be a stick. It's going to be a stick, and pretty soon it's just all going to fall. I saw a similar thing with Barr. I don't know if you saw my other videos with the dam, with him trying to plug the holes in the dam, and pretty soon the water just comes in. And like I said, I see him getting out of the way, so I don't know if he's going to leave or get, you know, he should be disbarred or something, but something happens where he just gets out of the way. He may just throw up his hands and be like, well, I did what I could do, so I'm, you know, whatever. So there's that. And the other thing I was going to tell you, too, is that Jared Kushner, whenever I look at him, I always see him hiding money. And I think I've told you that before, but I just wanted to say that again, because there is something about him, and again, I'll tell you the vision that I see. It's him, and money is flowing out of his pockets, and then I see arrows going like on a world map going out of the country. So he's getting his money out of the country, I'm telling you, or Trump money or whatever. He's getting it out of the country. He's hiding it. So that's that. I kind of wanted to switch gears a little bit and just kind of talk about the channel a little bit and kind of the readings a little bit. So I'm doing readings right now. I'm going to do them till the end of August. Right now I plan to come back to do them. I have to say though, and you can let me know how you feel about it, but you know, if you've seen the channel before, you've seen my videos, you know that I'm really big on getting my ego involved in this stuff. I want to come to you with as clear and as pure a message as possible, because I want you guys to know it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. It's going to be a bumpy ride, but it's going to be okay. This guy's going to be held accountable. His name's going to be ruined. He's not going to have any money. It's going to happen. That is set in stone. That is a lesson. That's something we're all supposed to see. What is not set in stone is how and when, because there are people involved in that. And so there's free will involved in that. So as we go, that's what we're trying to determine is, okay, what happens now? What happens now? But I knew that message had to get out. It's going to be okay. So doing readings, I just feel like there's more of an opportunity for ego to come into it. And that's because you start to think things like, you know, I want this to be right. I want it to be correct. What if it's not? What if it, you know, you have all these hopes and doubts that come into it. And that is ego. That is what that is. And I'm very cognizant of that. And I don't at all want to come across like I judge anybody for making a living doing this. If that's their skill and that's their talent, you know, use your skills and talents. And if you have, you know, in this world, we have to earn a living. So I get that. I totally get that. I make them affordable because I'm not in that situation right now. Someday I may be, I don't know, but right now I'm not. And so I want to pass that on to you guys. But I want to explain that if I decide to stop doing readings, it's not because I don't love you guys, or it was a bad experience, or I didn't like it, or whatever. But it has that pull to it that I don't like, and so and that's really the only aspect, and that's just me. That's just me. So I just want to make that clear, because I don't want to be like, you know, it's wrong for people to do this or earn money this way or anything like that. I don't think that at all. For me, I'm not sure if it's the right thing. So I'm just letting you know that for right now, I'm going to do them till the end of August. So if you like a reading and you want to sign up, do it, because it may change after August. But, you know, right now I'm planning to come back, but I'm just letting you know because I don't want any surprises. I let my subscribers know yesterday, but I want to let everybody know today that if you want a reading, go ahead and sign up, or if you want to do a second one or a third one or whatever, do it, because I'm going to cut them off in August. So that's just what I'm going to do. Okay. Lastly, I just want to let you guys know that regardless of that, the channel will just go on like normal. It just will. So that's that. And then I also want to kind of leave you guys with this image, because it's something I see all the time, and it's something I feel all the time. And that is that right now we're kind of in this, you know, there's a lot of upheaval, and there's all this ups and downs, and it seems like it's crazy. And so I always picture like an ocean or like a storm, you know, up, and you can see the waves moving, and it's awful and stormy. But when you go down to the bottom, there's this calm that's just always there. And that's what I feel like. I feel like there's all this stuff going on, but there's this calm that's going on, because there's a place where this is going. There's a reason for us having to go through this, and it's to be better, to know who we are as a country, and to not doubt it. We were disengaged for a long time, and things have, you know, there's a lot of corruption now in government. We're involved in stuff we shouldn't be, and it all of this has to do with us coming together as a collective, as individuals, and deciding who we are, who we want to be, what we want the world to see us as, what we want to see ourselves as. It's in a way we're claiming it. And that's what this is about. In my estimation, that's what this is about. So underlying all this turmoil and stuff, there's this calm, there's this peace that's there. So when you are worried, when you are nervous, just stop and see if you can feel that, because it's there. We haven't been abandoned, we haven't been, God or the universe or whatever hasn't turned its back on us. This is for our, in a way, it's for our own good, and it's for the good of the world going forward. As far as the presidency is concerned, I thought maybe I'd do a candidate every video. I thought for this one, Pete Buttigieg would be a good one to do, because he just did the town hall at Fox. I really like him. I know some people are, some people like him, some people don't. The one thing I will say about him is that his demeanor is reassuring. And I think that's what people are focused in on right now, is they want to know it's okay. They want to know somebody's in charge. And he has that ability to, that kind of Obama, kind of the ability to be like, it's okay. I got this. We're going to figure this out. That very reassuring style. And it is what he thinks. He's very, whenever I tune into him, he's very confident. He's not arrogant, though. He doesn't come across as arrogant to me. He's very confident, but it's a quiet confidence, because I think he understands that he can't do stuff by himself. That he has a very, an understanding that you don't get anywhere in life by yourself, that you have help along the way, and that he's aware that he's gotten to where he's gotten. It's not just him. He's had help all along the way, whether it's his family or, church or, friends or whatever. He's very aware that you do not go around alone in this world, that you need help, and everybody gets help, and they need to acknowledge that we are a collective rather than we're individuals, but as far as getting through this life, we have to help each other. So that's something that comes across, which I really like. As far as Joe Biden is concerned, and why I bring this up from Pete Buttigieg, because it's kind of been in the news a lot this week, I don't want to say Joe Biden can't win. I've always seen a younger man and woman winning, and when I say I've seen, I mean that's the energy that I feel. So unless Biden feels like a 40-year-old, I don't know, but I always feel a younger man and a younger woman coming in. So I just wanted to let you know that, and let you know that he's a good guy. He's a really good guy. Whether he has the flair and the panache to go to run the distance, I'm not sure, but I can tell you for sure, when I tune into him, what I get, and that's what I get. Yeah, and I also want to say that he has a lot of empathy, because I feel like there have been lots of levels of cruelty towards him, that he's felt like bullying or things said about him or people being jealous of him or stuff. He has a very high level of empathy. So that's important to me for a leader to have, especially after seeing old, Mr. Wonderful we have right now. So that's important. So, okay, I'm sorry this video is a little bit long, but that's the way it goes. Cassie's not here to tell me. So, but we're going to have, my sister Kristen's going to be editing for a while, so I really want to thank her for doing that. And we will, I guess, I'll see you in the next video. And if you want to sign up for a reading, just send me an email. I think that's the easiest way, and I'll send you the links and stuff. You can schedule an appointment at schedulicity.com. Put in the search, put Intuitiview and the zip code 94590. Or just send me an email at intuitiview@gmail.com. And I will give you the information. If you have sent me an email and I haven't gotten back to you, and it's been like whatever, a week, or you think like, oh, this is weird, I sent it a while ago, she hasn't gotten back, send me another one. Sometimes it just happens. I'll click on the wrong email. I'm not 20 anymore, so I sometimes my brain is a little bit fuzzy, but I want to apologize if I messed anything up or not gotten back to you. It's not on purpose or like I don't care, but I don't know. Some things slip through the cracks of my brain. So send me another email. I will answer you. And if it happens again, send it to me again. I know it's annoying, but I don't mean to ignore anybody or make you think that I don't care. So I just want to let you know that. So anyway, all right, so everybody have a great week. Send good vibes to everybody. Make the Democrats go forward and get this guy out. send your power vibes to Nancy Pelosi, and let's get the show on the road. Okay, so we'll see you, and have a good week.